if you're a medical professional and you don't want to see patients until you're 65 and always be trading your time for your money, at some point you have to learn how to make money work for you. There's a lot of different ways to do that, but without going out and buying an investment property or something like that, the easiest thing to do is invest in the stock market. It takes very little time, and you can create a situation where your money is earning more money very easily. If you've been investing at all, you may have noticed there's a period of time where you're making your investment contributions consistently and nothing's really happening. And so you may easily get discouraged and go, okay, at this point, maybe this isn't what I thought it was, and maybe I should find another avenue for building wealth. But the power is in waiting. And what happens is you get a big enough portfolio balance, you start to hit what I like to call critical mass, which essentially means that your portfolio is big enough that it does some of the heavy lifting for you. If you're a medical professional and you want to start feeling like your money is earning money, one of the goals you should be after is hitting your first 100K invested. Now, this is across all accounts and it's an arbitrary number, right? If you had $500,000 invested, that does a lot more for you than $100,000, but $100,000 is a point where you start to see that your money is actually earning substantial amounts of money, which is what we're after. So let me show you why it matters what age you hit that first 100K invested and why you should be after this in the first place. This graph shows what it looks like for your future wealth depending on what age you hit 100K invested. Assuming that afterwards you drop your investment contributions to $500 a month and you have 8% returns in the background. So the bottom, the x-axis, is age you hit 100K invested. The y-axis on the left is the total amount of money you have at the age of 65. You see here, if you hit 100K invested by 30, which is hustling if you're a medical professional and you likely were in graduate school and doing prolonged training, but if you manage to hit it by 30 and then drop investment contributions to $500 a month after, you end up with over $2.5 million at 65. Now, for reference, if you're thinking about a standard retirement and ignoring Social Security, $1 million invested will generate $40,000 a year for you to live off of. So this would generate $40,000 plus $40,000 plus $20,000, so $100,000 a year in income for you, minus Social Security, to live off of if you had $2.5 million invested. Of course, remember, this ignores inflation, but we'll keep on going. If you don't hit that 100K invested until 35, and the same scenario is true afterwards, your future portfolio drops down to about $1.75 million. That's a really big difference and actually costs you, $30,000 a year-ish to live off of in retirement. $30,000 is a lot of money. And so you'll find that if you can hit this sooner, do the heavy lifting sooner, regardless of what you do after, even if you drop contributions way down, you end up getting tremendous benefit. This is ultimately because the end result with investing comes down to two things: compounding returns and time. The more time you have in the market for your money to grow, the bigger the result. Think of it as a snowball rolling downhill. The small snowball doesn't seem like it's doing much, but as it picks up steam and picks up momentum, the thing can become huge. Your investment portfolio is the same. So if you're a new medical professional, make it your goal to hit this mark, 100K invested, in your first 5 years of practice at most, ideally even before. If you're wondering why you even need to hit 100K invested or what your goal amount should be to be able to say, hey, look, I can retire, I actually have a free guide to that. You can click the link in the description now to download that for free. But remember this, investing is a long-term game. You want your money to be earning you more money, but the big result that comes from investing a lot of times takes 5, 10, even 15 years to really come to fruition. This is an example of what a 401k could look like for a medical professional earning $100,000 a year. This assumes 5% contributions, 8% returns, no pay increases. The green part at the top is growth. The dark gray part is your contributions. This is over time, and you can see that it takes a while for the bulk of your whole portfolio to be made up of green or growth. at the beginning, even up to year 6, almost all of your portfolio is made up of what you put in. But look what happens by year 26. Almost all of your portfolio is growth, not money you actually added into the mix. This is why sticking with your investing journey over a long period of time and maintaining that consistency is the key to becoming a multimillionaire. And if you feel like there's absolutely no way you can become a multimillionaire, you need to watch my next video here on how and why every single medical professional can finish a multimillionaire.